So let's talk about the episode 6 of season 5 of The Boys. And honestly, it feels, like the boys are stuck in a time loop. Like each and every season, the plot is same: kill Homelander, but something happens in between. So you kind of deviate, and the plot of killing Homelander kind of delays and delays, and that is how the entire 5 seasons have been. So the first 2 seasons, you can be like, okay, yeah, the plot is moving forward. You have some interesting pieces, characters moving here and there, but in the latest seasons it has been like, why is it happening, why are they just doing this again and again? New characters are introduced but the plot is the same, and you just don't move forward. But again, this is the end of the boys storyline, so yeah, it kind of makes sense to kind of bring everything to an end and finally go after Homelander after all of this. But again, in this we have introduction of so many new characters kind of relating to What Rising. We are introduced to Bombsight in here, who is also like a strong soup, who was fighting alongside Soldier Boy in like the wars and all of that. So it was that. But again, in here it was the same thing. They wanted to kill Homelander but something happened in between, so they couldn't go through with a plan. So then they were finding the V1, the sample of V1 that they wanted to find before Homelander, but Homelander gets a grab of it, and Homelander actually injects himself with V1. So it would be interesting to see what happens. Is he actually immortal, or has V1 changed his DNA, or changed him into something even worse? Will V1 actually kill him, or will V1 have like some side effects to him but still give him immortality? So let's see, how do Butcher and gang, how do the boys actually kill Homelander now? Because I mean, effectively he's literally just immortal up to our knowledge, but let's see what happens in the next episode. So at first it is like Sage was working with Homelander to kind of make him the god that he wants to be, but now it's like she's on the side of the boys, which I hoped would happen, and it kind of happened because it kind of makes sense for a person like Sage, who is supposedly like the smartest person in the boys universe. So of course she wouldn't like someone like Homelander to be governing, or wouldn't like someone like Homelander to be on top of the world. So yeah, but again, she kind of fails at her task because she thinks that Soldier Boy wouldn't give the V1 to Homelander, but he gives. But again, I think it would be more like she still has something up her sleeve. She still has something, she still has the Ace of Spades up her sleeve to, like, oh, I planned all of this to happen. But in the end, it will kind of feel like, it's just a, what do you say, a very simpler way out to like not explain and be like, yeah, Sage planned for all of this to happen. So yeah, it's kind of like that feeling. But honestly, this season is, again, the reason it is exciting is because it is ending. Otherwise it is just the same thing repeated over and over for like 5 seasons, and at some point people are going to get pissed off by it. And it appears that way because, again, the reaction that we are seeing on internet, it's been kind of like that. But again, and yeah, that's the thing. And we also see a death of another soup in here, which is Black Noir. So the Deep was very much pissed off by his act, by killing a billion fishes, by opening that oil pipeline in there. So yeah, so that actually makes us think that the Deep prioritizes, of course, the fish life more, and that kind of seems very much possible. And that begs the question, will Deep kind of switch sides when like the dangers to fish life or marine life are produced, or shown to him? Will he switch sides to the boys and like help kill Homelander? Is Deep the one who's going to put the final blow and kill Homelander if that happens? But yeah, but it seems that now Homelander is not just the only problem, it is also Soldier Boy. So how do they kill them both? I mean, how does that happen? Now only 2 episodes are left, episode 7 and 8. So how does that happen? That is going to be interesting. And again, so yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's it. And again, the thing is, there is nothing much to talk about in between of the episodes. Now the only thing that you can talk about is like the finale, like how it all ends and how it's going to end. So here, of course, it was more of like an introduction for What Rising and what we can expect from that show, What Rising, and let's see how the boys end. So yeah, that's it. Sub the channel. I'll see you in the next